All right, coaches and course creators, listen up. Today, we're tackling video sales letters, or simply put, VSLs. If you're not converting your expertise into cold, hard cash, this video is going to be your wake-up call. And it's a video I've really been wanting to make for a minute now, and that's why I'm so freaking pumped to finally make the time to do this. First, if this is your first time here, I'm Michael Kelly. I'm the founder of what used to be known as Ads and Funnels. We are in the middle of a rebrand right now, and the company is Scale Your Offer, just because it just encapsulates everything that we do at our agency. But don't forget to, smash that like button and subscribe, because today I am about to show you how to craft a VSL that'll have clients practically throwing their credit cards at you. So let's get into it. So what is a VSL? It's essentially your sales pitch on steroids. It's what I like to call a high-octane marketing video that combines persuasive copy with visuals to sell a coaching program, a course, get people to book a call with you, whatever you want that next step to be. It is a perfect tool to guide them through the awareness journey and just showcase that what you are selling is going to be that thing that's going to take them from where they are to where they want to be. Let me tell you, when you nail this, it is a freaking game changer. Like, we've implemented this in a couple of our clients' businesses. Just one of our clients is booking $45 book calls right now from their VSL at the time of recording this. And we put a VSL on another client's sales page with the text on there as well. And we ended up boosting conversions by like 43%. Now you might be thinking, like, why VSLs? And if what I just said doesn't already get you sold on them, let me tell you why I like VSLs. Because they let you make a real connection. They prove that you know your shit. They break down complex ideas into these like bite-sized chunks, while also shifting perspectives, handling objections, and guiding them to an emotional state that's ready to buy. And most importantly, when done right, they skyrocket your conversion rates. But before we dive in, let's talk a little bit about strategy. So there's indirect versus direct leads. A direct lead starts with a story, could be a stat, or even a question before you go into the rest of the VSL. It's perfect for a cold audience, or when you need to build some mystery and really kind of like pull them in. A direct lead, it's all business. You jump straight into the problem and solution. We use this for more of a warmer audience, or when the problem's obvious, depending on, where they're at in the sophistication level of that market segment. So here's what I mean. An example of an indirect lead is something that goes like 97% of online courses gather dust, never completed. Crazy, right? I'm Jane Smith, and I've spent a decade figuring out why some online learners crush it while others crash and burn. And an example of a direct lead is, want to know how we generate 10 plus clients at a 3x ROAS for coaches and course creators? I'm Michael Kelly, and I'm here to introduce the Client Attraction Mastery, the bulletproof system for pulling in high-paying clients. You see the difference there? With the indirect lead, we're leveraging a story and just more of a pattern interrupt to pull them in. And with the direct lead, we're just being more direct. It's as simple as that. Now, when it comes to writing a VSL, I always follow at least these 12 steps. There's 12 components that I want in my VSL, so that way I know that it is going to freaking crush. So let's go through those 12 key components, so that way you can figure out the 12 steps to master writing a VSL. So first, we got the attention-grabbing opening. You want to start strong. You can either make a bold promise, show proof, tell a story, or ask a question that really hits home to your target audience. Component number 2 is identify the problem. You want to spell out the challenge your audience is facing, and you want to make it real for them. And then after you identify the problem, you'll go into component number 3, which is twist the knife. You don't want to hold back. You want to use hard facts, examples, and stories that drive home why this problem needs fixing right now. And then after you're done twisting the knife, you'll go into component number 4, which this this is where you present the solution. You want to highlight the benefits and why it's the best possible option out there. Remember, when you're writing copy, whether it's a VSL, a tech sales letter, whatever it is, you have to think of yourself as almost a lawyer, where you're arguing a case on why your product, or if you're writing for clients, why your clients' products are the solution that is going to make them go from where they're at to where they want to go. And you want it to be, by the time they're done consuming that sales letter or the VSL, there should be no other option than to make that purchase if you have done what you need to do right. So after you present the solution and you just make whatever you're selling just seem like an absolute no-brainer to them, you'll move into component 5, where you'll establish your authority. This is where you want to flex a little bit. You want to share your experience, qualifications, and why you're the go-to expert, but don't go super overboard here, because when it comes to good copy, it's not about what's in it for you. What's in it for you when you're flexing is just like your own ego shit, but it's what's in it for your target audience. So you're establishing authority in a way that makes them feel that the only reason that you know your shit and why this is actually the product or solution that's going to help them get from where they are to where they want to go is because of the background and what you've gone through to craft what you're teaching throughout the program. And then component number 6, you just want to break it down. Walk them through your program. What can they expect? You really want to address potential doubts head on. For breaking it down, you do want to go deep. You want to go extremely deep here, but you want to go deep in a more benefit-driven way and not so much features. Nobody gives a shit if there's 17 modules and 38 videos. People only care about what it's going to do for them. So you really want to kind of break down what each of those modules are. An example on this is in module 1, you're going to learn a super simple way on how to write VSLs that actually crush. And then in module 2, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to produce high-level VSLs, because just writing the script is not enough. If you really want to get good at VSLs, you need to understand the production that goes into them, so that way you can help strategize the visual aspects of that video and just make sure that your video and your text or your voice that's on that video match up and really hit home for your prospects. And that, like, you just keep going through and you just stack one after another and really paint that picture for them. And then component number 7 is all about testimonials. You want to let your success stories do a lot of the heavy lifting, share testimonials that really pack a punch, but you need to be careful here, because with the FTC and all those other government bodies, you really need to use testimonials that, one, are recent, that actually showcase the average person going through. So you can't just use all of your testimonials of people making millions of dollars. You need to use your smaller testimonials as well, so that way it's more realistic. Some of our VSLs, we skip using testimonials and stuff like that and go right to component number 8. But we have found that testimonials, as long as they're relatable to the people that you're selling to, they can boost conversions. Once they become unrelatable, and let's say you're selling to people that have never started a business before, but you're using testimonials from people who have had their business for years and they've been able to increase their revenue from 6 figures to 8 figures or something like that, that's unrelatable. And those testimonials just won't work for who you're trying to sell to. And then component number 8, you want to make your move. This is call to action number 1. You want to lay out what's included and how to sign up. This is the first call to action, so you really want to make it count. Component number 9 is remove all the risks. I love it when we can offer guarantees for clients, whether we're writing for supplements, for coaching, for courses. Having some sort of risk reversal guarantee is just a no-brainer, and it takes away almost any reason for them to say no, because they get to come and they get to try it out for 7 to 30 days. Some of our clients even do 60 days. So it's just really just a great way to remove any risk of them parting with their hard-earned money. And then component number 10 is you want to double down. You want to recap the benefits, remind them it's risk-free, and just make it a complete no-brainer, and you want to just restate the benefits on like what they're going to be getting throughout the program or what they're going to be getting from attending the call, and just focus more on just logical reasoning instead of emotional reasoning. And then after component number 10, what we like to do is we just like to light a fire. And we do this by really going into urgency and scarcity, whether that's limited spots, time running out, reminding them what they're losing by not acting. These are 3 really good ways to just kind of light the fire under their ass. Just put a little pressure on them, especially if it's a limited time bonus or a limited time program. And then last but not least, component number 12 is last call. It's CTA number 3. This is where we're going to do a final push. You're going to hit them with emotion and just make them feel the FOMO. Now, let's talk about keeping your audience locked in. Because if your audience isn't locked in and they're not consuming your VSL, it's just as good as dead. Because if they're not hooked at the beginning, they don't watch through, they don't see your offer, they don't see the testimonials, they don't see the guarantee, they don't see any of that, which is why first, engagement is crucial. You want to use pattern interrupts like I just did to keep them on their toes. You want to throw in visuals, graphics, and text overlays, and you need to keep the pace moving. No one wants to watch paint dry. And then next, you need to master the art of storytelling. Weave a narrative throughout your VSL. Think of it as, a hero's journey with your clients as the hero and you as the mentor who's been there and done that. And just remember, visuals matter. High quality video and audible are non-negotiables, at least audio. Video can be something like you sitting here or you sitting outside and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be like super, super high quality, but audio is absolutely non-negotiable. You want to use relevant footage to illustrate your points throughout your VSL. And for the love of conversions, highlight key points and stats on the screen with text. Lastly, your first shot is never going to be your best shot. Create different versions. Even for this YouTube video, I'm on like maybe 3rd or 4th take right now. You really need to be invested into this. You need to get the tonality right. You need to just make sure that you're pronouncing stuff correctly. Don't use jargon that you use in your world or whatever niche you're in. Don't use that jargon. Use the jargon of your target audience. Speak in your voice, but use the language of your target audience. Really relate to them. And then test different openings, CTAs, and everything in between. You want to use data to track what's working and what's not. A/B test until you find what hits home with your audience. You may even switch some of these 12 steps around. You really just need to figure out what's going to work with your audience because that's the most important. Let's recap the essentials. 1, a powerful, open, and clear problem statement are make or break. 2, social proof and multiple CTAs can turn visitors into buyers. 3, create urgency and tackle objections head on before they ever come up in the person that's consuming your VSL's mind. So before we wrap up, remember this. Your VSL isn't just about making a sale. It's about connecting, teaching, and solving real problems. If you nail that, these sales will follow. So are you ready to create a VSL that will absolutely skyrocket your business? Every journey starts with a single step. Your journey to VSL mastery starts right here. If this video hit the mark, smash the like button and subscribe. Hit the notification bell while you're at it. Drop a comment with your biggest takeaway and any questions. I want to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Now go out there and create a VSL that'll blow the competition out of the water. Peace.